You're vibing. You're vibing. You vibing. We vibing with Reeves. Jill. What's good? What's going on? How you feel? What's your life like? Hope it's fine. Hope everything's wonderful. You know, I was watching Music Entrepreneurs Club earlier this morning, checking out one of their clips, you know, and they talk about something that's from a that's pertaining to music to the music crowd, but it could pertain to anyone. It's talking about something that um involves music producers and artists. You know how people, normally people from a certain generation will say, "Hey, it's better if you're a producer and you produce for one artist instead of trying to find a bunch of artists, and then you blow up with that one artist, and then y'all make a sound together, then y'all blow up, and then y'all together." Because that's how it used to work back in the day. True. And then, this point was made to counter that hey, then Damien from the show, um, countered that point and said, hey, that doesn't always work because there's artists out there who won't be loyal to that producer. They're not gonna sit there and say, oh, I I elevated now. I can work with anyone I want to, but no, I'm just stay loyal to this one. And no, they're gonna go. Always wanted someone from this producer, always want something from that producer, been a fan of this one. This one has a higher profile, so they're gonna move around and get what they can get. And I thought about that. I said, that's true. That is true. I've been through that. I mean, unless they came up with you for real, and even then they still won't be like, yeah, I still love you and all. But Hit Boy wants to work with me. DJ Mustard wants to shoot me some beats. You know what I mean? They're gonna look at you like, we can get this. I work for all these big name producers. And even though they made a bunch of noise with you, they still might come to you for some stuff, but that don't mean they just want to be chained to you and like, nah, I'm rocking with you only. Because they have opportunities to go and work elsewhere. So I said, does that mean they're just doing what's best for them? Yeah. And then that begs the question, are people going to be loyal to you in situation, or are they going to be loyal to their best available options? Now, let's say if you're the producer and the artist and you're the artist and I'm the producer and I'm your best available option, you might stay faithful and down and loyal to this cause because I'm the best option you have. But let's say we make a bunch of noise, you make a bunch of moves, you're killing them. You start getting sales and bunch of sales, download streams, making noise, doing shows, and everything's going up there. And now, of course, there's more people hollering at me, but there's more people hollering at you too. You up in front. So, now some of the artists that wasn't messing with you, now they want features, but also some of the producers you couldn't get the attention of now are just shooting you packs, beat packs. For those who don't know, if someone say, "Oh, I'm sending you a pack, a beat pack," that's what it sounds like—a pack of beats, a bunch of beats to listen to and say, "Hey, I like this or I don't like this, so send me some more beats." So they could choose from and see if they like this and want to use it. So you might be getting beat packs from your favorite artists. I mean, favorite producers. Or you're going to sit back and say, nah, if I started with you, let me roll with you. Nah, I got him. I'm ignoring this opportunity. You're going to most likely go with the opportunity. Most people wouldn't even, I don't think they would even call. They wouldn't even hit an email, text message. They just do it. Wouldn't even think twice. Some might pull a person to the side, say, you know what? They call me up for this, they call for that. I'm gonna do it, or they, you know. They'd be loyal to the opportunity instead of more loyal to you. Most, I'm not saying that's going to happen all the time, but it happens a lot. And I can see why, I and I can see why someone might be hurt, but I also see why you just need to be open-minded. Me, I'm open-minded. I know you have different opportunities. Yeah, as an artist, you have so much openness out there. It's so much opportunity for this person, that person, this person, that person. They come at you with beats, and the better off you do, bringing attention to your music by capturing fans. There's gonna be more people gonna roll with you. Okay, I'm gonna bring it back to where it applies to everyone else. Okay, boom. You have the opportunities. What is best for you? You may have started one place, but does that mean you have to stay there forever? You can even come back and work with that person sometimes. Does that mean you have to stay there? It's like you had a job, your first job. Does that have to be your last job? The first job you ever had. Think of the first job you ever had. Does that have to be your last job ever? Like, damn, I was a paper boy. I still gotta be a paper boy. I don't even know when they even have newspapers anymore. Damn. No, you know, you're going to elevate, right? And there's a thing of loyalty, but when it comes to business and jobs and what could benefit someone financially, a lot of people gonna be loyal to what's beneficial to them. Understand it. I mean, there's people who will be loyal to others over themselves. I've done it before, and guess what? Didn't work out. Eh, I did that before. Like, no, I can't let them get that beat. Can't let them get that beat. Can't let them, because that's my people's. You know what I mean? I just should have gave that beat, and that could have been a placement. That would have been. And then I'll make other beats, just make up some other beats, apologize, make up to them, give them some more beats. And then I would have gotten more attention if that track was released. Because sometimes, you can get a placement and the track won't end up dropping for whatever reason. Maybe they can't clear the sample. Maybe they decide they don't really like it like that anymore. Sometimes the song will come out years and years later on like a compilation or a soundtrack or something, whatever. You don't really control that part. But let's say, boom, you put the song, let's say, boom, it's released. It gets a lot of attention. Then that would have been more attention on me, and I could have went back and said, hey, now check out my peoples, you know. So you gotta know sometimes you gotta go with the opportunity. A lot of times you gotta go with the opportunity. It's not just what you do, it's how you do it. If you do on some sneaky stuff, then yeah, people gonna look at you like, oh, you just grimy scuzz bucket. But if you a stand-up person in the way you conduct your business and handling things, then yeah, if you're dealing with a person that's level-headed and isn't self-centered, selfish, then you should be straight. You should be good. But yeah, opportunities, they pop up. Sometimes we have a good opportunity, and sometimes you need to take that opportunity up. If you sit back and think we're being loyal to the people, and the people look at you like, shit, I wouldn't have been loyal to you. I would have took the opportunity. But then again, on the other hand, sometimes you gotta know when you have to say, nah, the opportunity ain't worth backstabbing. It's never worth backstabbing, but you gotta know when taking that opportunity is really a backstab. So you have to be able to. What someone told me this when I was younger. Push yourself away from it and look at it objectively like that. Is this something I should do? Is this a move I should make? Or nah, this is a move I shouldn't make. Like I'll give you an example. Let's say you and your partner, right? Y'all have this idea for a movie. Let's say it's a movie. Y'all write the screenplay. Y'all got it. Y'all come with the idea. You have the screenplay, and y'all go on. And y'all want to produce it. Y'all get it together. Y'all even have a little shoot some scenes like a demo, like a little demo footage. Shoot some footage for it. Show people along with the script. Most people are like, then some people, come back to you and say, yeah, we want to shoot that, but we don't want your mans to be a part of it. But we wrote that together like 50-50, half and half. He's not like he just drove me to your location for the interview. No, no, we did that together. And they're like, yeah, but we rather do business with you. You mean, oh, you want me to be the talk person? No, we don't want to give him any credit. We just want it to be you. We want to do business with you. We fucks with you. We don't fucks with him. So we're gonna give all the credit to you. And all that money he was asking for both of y'all, you can get have it by yourself now. We'll pay it. We just don't want to pay him. So you'll get all that money. And what about him? What about him? Now you get all the credit. But don't worry about it. He'll mad, he'll get over it. Who cares? You'll get all the credit. So are you gonna take that deal? Twice as much money, all the credit. So now if it comes out and people really like it, it looks like you're so smart, you're so creative, you came up with this thing all by yourself. And you still get your producer credits, whatever, all that good stuff. Might even get some role in the movie. And now you're in Hollywood. So now, if it did good, there's people that want to get some more stuff from you. Question: is it worth backstabbing your partner? I say, hell no. No, it isn't. See, something like that, that's when you say no. It's the loyalty. It's the loyalty. Y'all did something together and you're gonna put it out and X them out of the thing. It's still using the exact thing y'all created together as partners, and you're gonna take all of it. You're gonna take the credit for the whole thing and act like they ain't had nothing to do with it. That's some backstabbers scuzzy slime shit right there. That is some true snake activity right there. That is wrong. Something like that you don't do. That's backstabbing for real. You dip that knife in poison before you went to work, man. You are a cold-blooded piece of work if that's what you do. So, yeah, when you let ambition lead you to betray your peoples, that's wrong. And people say, what about when you disappoint people? I don't know, because you don't really want to disappoint people, but it's easy to disappoint people because sometimes people have unrealistic expectations. Sometimes people have selfish expectations. Sometimes people have expectations that aren't really grounded in maturity. It's like a childish expectation. You're like, no, that's not gonna happen. I, and like I said, some people have the unrealistic expectations. Like, no, I can't do that. That literally isn't possible. You know, what can you do? You know, and sometimes people don't communicate their expectations. So it might be a possible expectation. It might be doable. You might not mind doing it, but they don't communicate it to you. You might not know. It might not be an obvious expectation. Some things, the expectation is pretty obvious. Sometimes it's not. And sometimes people don't want to communicate how they feel, what they think, or what they want. But when things don't go their way, they'll still be mad. Terrible. That's terrible. That's all shit, man. What can you do? You know, sometimes we can be disappointed with ourselves. You know, others could be disappointed with us. We could be disappointed with others. It's what it is. But what was it? Was it really a big thing? Was it something that's totally like, oh my gosh, it's unforgivable? Ah, was it something that you could get over in a little bit? No. Loyalty, opportunities, gotta be loyal to yourself. Gotta be loyal to the right people. We talk about loyalty. I don't think we talk about being loyal to the right people. We're gonna switch it to the loyalty side of things. People say loyalty, loyalty, loyalty. Some people don't deserve your loyalty. Some people are foul. There's people who are down to stab you in the back that'll lecture you about being loyal, being down. Sometimes the people who are nowhere near being down for you want to check you about making sure you're down for them. So you gotta understand that. You gotta look back and have a keen sense of discernment because not everyone that says they're down is down. Not everyone that says they care really cares. There's people who demand loyalty, totally unloyal. Just like someone demands faithfulness, unfaithful. Right now, there's someone that's sitting up there calling their significant other up on the phone. Where are you? Where are you? You're not talking to this. You're not talking to this one. You're not talking to that one. I'm just making sure you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. And giving their significant other the third degree. Meanwhile, they got their side piece right there, just looking at them in amazement, like the unmitigated gall, the gall, pure D, 100% raw dog, unmitigated gall. Some people will do that. Be cheating and calling their significant other right now to make sure they're not like, hey, I'm working hard. I need you to be faithful. Get out with your girls. Get out with your girls. What you doing? What you doing? Have you all paranoid and stuff, and they doing all the stuff they're accusing you of doing. Some people are like that. Some people demand a lot of their friends, but they don't reciprocate on their uh, expectations. They expect that, cool. They don't expect to give nothing back. Some people like that. They're like, hey man, respect me. Then they want to disrespect everyone else. But they're like, respect me though. I'm not gonna respect any of y'all. Y'all gotta respect me. There's people out there who want to be treated with kids' gloves and they want to run roughshod over everyone. They want to disrespect people, throw them to the side, F your feelings, but you gotta treat them with kids' gloves. You gotta be sensitive like your therapist or something. You gotta be careful not to trigger them in their emotions, but they can talk to you crazy all the time. So you gotta look out for those types. They'll do you dead wrong and call you the villain for speaking up for yourself. So you gotta watch those people and try to stay away from them. Stay sucker free, please. Stay sucker free. Stay sucker free. Stay sucker free. You know, because it's not worth it. You deserve better. It's definitely deserve better. So loyalty, you gotta be loyal to yourself. Gotta be loyal to yourself, loyal to your people, loyal to who's loyal to you. Not be good to those who are good to you. Be good to people, period. But be extra good to those who are good to you. You know, Don't shit on people who are good to you. You know, some people will, because eventually those good people turn their back on you, and they may not come back. You may not be able to. I'm sorry out of that one. You may not be able to get to my bad. I apologize. Your way back into their good graces. So keep it 100. Keep it 100. For real. Yeah. Like I was saying earlier, be loyal to yourself. Is not just what you do, it's how you do it. So, it's the way you go about things. Don't go about things in like a shady, sneaky, janky way. Be stand up about your stuff. Be stand up about your ish. People will have to understand it if you're dealing with someone who is, logical, someone that's cool, a good person, they'll understand. And if you have to make it up to people, then you have to make it up to people too. Like I said, if you did something, it could have been handled better on your part, you have to make amends too. That's part of it. Trying to make amends, trying to make it better. That's a good part of that's a big part, I'm sorry, of being a good person. Do right by them. Like if you're gonna like if I would have gave that beat away, like I was saying, sold that beat, I would have placed with apologized to serve with other beats. And then if that beat would have came out as a single and it would have been big, I would have went back to the label and said, "Yo, I got some more stuff on my people. Yo, you might want to hear. I got some more people and hit them over these beats. Maybe you'll like them better. So then, I could help out more once I have more power behind me, have more hits behind me. Then people look like, okay, you prove yourself. Once you prove yourself, then you can suggest people that you like to deal with or people you think that's good. I was always taught you can make suggestions once you prove yourself. You can't come into a new job and say, hey, I know who'd be great for this job. They're like, we don't even know we're going to keep you at this job, man. You got to prove yourself first. You can't sit there and be on a probationary period there and sitting up there trying to get your peoples through. They're like, nigga, we don't know. We're going to let you come back next week. You know what I mean? You don't know if you're going to make the cut. You're trying to bring your whole crew in. One thing at a time, bro. You gotta prove yourself first before you can say, "Hey, this is who I think I do." Because your name ain't got no weight to it at that point. That's how I always believe things are. But you gotta keep it real with yourself, keep it real with others, and that's what it is. And you're vibing, you're vibing with Reeves. Jill, you know it. And reevesent.com. Go there, check it out. I got them beats, got the beats. Check on the merch. Uh, if you're an artist, you need beats, come check it out. Uh, if you want to just hear my music on the artist side, check it out. And YouTube, subscribe to my YouTube. That's right, Mr. Reeves is here. Vibrant Reeves. You can catch it on YouTube as well as Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, and you know, subscribe, follow, subscribe. Appreciate it now. Definitely stepping up my YouTube channel. Definitely stepping up the YouTube channel. Got more content showing how I do on the production side, showing me from the artist side, and I'll keep it up. There's more content coming, and it's looking better too. So it'll be more better content, more better looking content, more often, no doubt. And Fridays, Vibin with Reeves. And thank you for your time. Stay up, be blessed, be good, be safe out there. Chill. Ha ha.